Radio Telefisheren. This is RTE1.
Board's called an emergency meeting for tomorrow to discuss your future. I'd start preparing some sort of defence now if I was you. The way things are leaning at the moment, you're out of a job.
I had to get everything down on paper, get to grips with the past, or I was never going to move on.
So long as you're okay. Never mind the damage you've done.
How was I to know the media were going to pounce all over it?
Of course you knew. It was all about getting back at Chris. That's what it's always about. It's always all Chris's fault. There's no chance you're ever to blame for your train wreck of a life. So don't give me moving on.
And you are totally in reverse gear.
What?
Going back to Chris.
Can you just, for once, leave Chris out of this? Why can't you just get on with your own life?
Preferably a long, long way away from you.
I'm sick of being caught in the middle. I'm sick of worrying. What will Chris think? What will Guy think?
Okay, well, ditch the Warners then. It'll be the best thing you've ever done.
I'd love not to care. If you really want to move on, I'll be there. But as a friend. That's it. Friends only. There'll be no going back.
All good on the heart front. It's in pretty good shape considering, but there is something going on in the upper part of your gut.
Something not so good, eh?
Well, I can't say, but it does warrant a look-see, so we'd like to admit you overnight for a gastroscopy in the morning.
What's that when it's at home?
Well, they put a camera down your throat and they take a look at your esophagus, stomach and the first part of your small intestine.
Oh, that sounds a bit rough.
You'll be sedated the whole time. You won't feel a thing.
You wouldn't lie to me, eh? I just want to get out of here.
It's better that we find out what, if anything, is going on.
Oh, I don't know. My dad had liver cancer. He was in terrible pain for a hell of a long time. I don't want to go through that.
Ignoring it isn't going to make you go away. Hey, we're getting way ahead of ourselves here, people. There's nothing to suggest there's anything wrong with your liver, so, let's just do it, eh?
Okay.
I'm the boss up on the surgical ward, so get ready to be spoiled.
We're going to have to find you a bed first.
Look, it's the littlest McCurd. At least Mummy shags someone her own age.
Ignore them, okay?
Not so easy thanks to your disgusting father.
No, I'm really angry at him too.
That'll scare him.
I'm serious. And I feel really sorry for Uncle Chris.
That disgusting perv who almost ruined my family.
I'm sorry, but he's been really good to me.
How good?
Sophie, that is horrible. Uncle Chris would
Oh, sorry, that's right. He only goes after married women.
Your mum must have wanted him to go after her.
No.
Yes, because I know he wouldn't force himself on her. You better not be saying that.
He's her boss.
So? They were mutually consenting
Oh,
adults.
shut up. You're so up yourself. Just because you're a Warner, I mean some family. Uncle's a sleaze, dad's a crackhead, and you. You're a tragic, boring loser. They forced me to be friends with you because nobody else would.
So, flowers and candlelight and scrummy food and chit-chat.
All of that.
Morning.
Has Dave Parker called?
His PA did, 10 o'clock.
Dave Parker from the DHB. Is that about
Don't
Chris's...
ask. It's Chris's private business.
Okay. You and Kieran in the candlelit dinner. So you didn't scoff a couple of olives then race off to this...
No, it was all perfectly lovely.
So why the face?
We abstained for 2 whole weeks to get to know each other better. Kieran could write a book on me, but what do I know about him? Zip.
But you like him nonetheless?
Yes. But when I ask him anything about his past, he shuts down. It's like I'm with this total stranger, and then he's all sweet and funny again.
Good looking.
Yeah.
It's like the man who fell to earth.
What?
It's this old David Bowie movie. He's a humanoid alien trying to save the planet. Then he gets distracted by this girl and it doesn't really end happily.
That's me and Kieran.
Oh, well, except Kieran's not an alien.
When he shuts down and the smile goes, it feels like he is. I mean, how am I supposed to have a relationship with someone if he won't even open up to me? Live with it, Libby, or get out.
Only one of your results has given us some added information.
It's bad news, isn't it?
There could be a number of explanations, but they've detected some evidence of old blood in your stool sample. Have you ever had any bleeding from the bowel?
I don't look, do I? It's got to be cancer.
No, it doesn't. We just need to find out what's caused the bleeding.
I have to get back to work. Hang in there, eh?
Don't be a wuss.
It's not easy when it's unclear what's going on, but we'll know much more after the gastroscopy. Until then, try and stay positive.
I'll be back soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Doing my job? Last I heard, you hadn't met any of Scotty's family. You and Jimmy seem quite close.
We've only just met, now that he's sick.
So much heart. He's the person you lent money to, isn't he?
Yes, but he's paid it all back. Please, you mustn't tell Scotty.
Of course not. You didn't need to ask.
I have the answer.
What is it?
A compatibility test. It's hardly scientific, but it might just provide proof enough for you to stop worrying and hook up with Kieran, humanoid alien or not.
How dominant submissive are you? Very dominant? A little dominant? In between?
No, don't think about it. Just go with your first response. I know what I'd say.
What?
Never mind. Just start ticking.
Me ticking is not the problem. Kieran doesn't do this stuff.
You leave Kieran to me.
I can think of no instance where my private life has impacted on my role as CEO. If you have evidence to the contrary, I'd appreciate hearing it.
Is that it then?
No. We all have personal issues to deal with. It's been my misfortune that mine have become public knowledge. It doesn't follow that this means that I have performed poorly in my role.
There have been extended periods of time when you haven't been performing at all. You've taken a considerable amount of leave to deal with your personal issues.
I've always left the place in safe hands.
Yes, but your frequent absences do bring into question your commitment to Shortland Street.
Your compassion is overwhelming. I've lost my son.
Our sympathies may run a little deeper if it wasn't now clear that your personal crises have been largely of your own making. Is there any likelihood that Justine Jones will lodge sexual harassment claims?
There'll be no such claims from Justine or anyone else.
You can assure us then that Dr. Jones's promotion was based on merit alone?
I appointed her head of surgery only because I was convinced she was up to it. Her record since well and truly proves that she is.
What about your brother's drug addiction?
Well, it's been dealt with via rehab.
He's continuing to do well?
Yes.
So we can have your assurance that you won't again be connected to the use of illegal drugs?
Yes.
Well, that's all for now. We'll be in touch when we've made our decision.